Okay, Daft Punk. Bum 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 bum. Oh shit, my coffee. Fuck. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I gotta set up a little bit. Let's get to it. Alright, hold on. RSI. Alright, let's leave this here. Oh shit. Okay, that's not good. I don't know what's happening here, but we are not looking hot right now. Alright, we're gonna turn on SPY. You know what? I should make an old chart. For SPY specifically. Right? That'll make more sense. Alright. Chicka. 10 hashtags. Alright, we are almost donezo. I really gotta get a new mic. Seriously. Answer post. And there you go. Alright, we are good to go. We are good to go. Ho. Alright, now I do want to set up my tickers here. Open layout. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Alright, maybe I could do it this way. Unnamed. We can delete this layout. We got Barry, all charts, crypto, official chart. Okay, let's create a new chart. Okay. Oh God. Alright. No. Let's do all charts. Can we replicate this one? Make a copy. All charts copy. Let's do futures SPY. Okay. Let's see what happens. Aha! It worked. Okay, we got something here. Official charts. Alright, all of them. Okay, now if I open up a new one, let me just make sure. Future SPY, unnamed. I don't know how the... What's this? This is nothing. Okay, so we can delete that one. Battery car. And we can just go ahead and close in on that. All charts battery, official charts. And we can do this one. And we can say SPY, ES1. Okay, then we have VIX. And then we have the Dixie. Okay, we can actually take a look at the Dixie today. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna save this quad, and we're done. What's up? Good morning, folks. We are officially ready to go today. Official. I'm on the daytime frame. Perfect. We got the day. Okay, let's take a look at the 5 minute. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're good. Why is this one not good? Bingo bango. Let me go check my mic real quick. Let me check my mic real quick. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's good enough. 1, 2, 3, test. Okay, perfect. We'll leave it at that. Good morning, everybody. Let's get this going. Did you see SoFi pop? Good morning. Good morning, Porter. Miss Wybrew. Mrs. Wybrew. Let's take a look at SoFi. I like SoFi, actually. SoFi is definitely a very strong ticker without hesitation. It really is. Oh, looks like we have... Huh. Oh, so I could just... You know what? I should just leave this up. First, let's take a look at the market sentiment. We're about 15 minutes till opening bell. A little bit neutral right now. Gray. A little bit of green. A little bit of red. A little bit of gray. Okay. Let's take a look at SoFi. I can get rid of... I can definitely get rid of open. Hello, Mama Cheetah. Hello. Hello. And look at this. Look what she's breaking out of. So I drew this parallel channel. As you guys know, I posted a video about this educational content, and look what's happening right now. She's breaking out of this upper band trend line, which she always has. Well, this is the first time she's testing this, and multiple times she's tested it and sustained it. She never really fell or broke below it. So that tells you the strength of this trend. Look at SoFi's earnings. Great to see. So she's entering this liquidity box, as you can see here. Very bullish. If she breaks above this trend line, I gotta tell you, this thing is well off to 30 easy. Okay, well off to 30 easy. I mean, you might as well just come back and back test $40 on this upper trend line. SoFi is a ticker, not financial advice, that you just hold on and be happy you did it. Okay, it's just, it is what it is. It's got the community, it's got YouTubers, it's got the influence, you got the volume coming in. You got 45 million in volume. This thing is absolutely bullish. I would not worry at night that this thing's gonna come crashing down at all. This is just one of those tickers that it's a opportunistic opportunity for some folks. You know, this is absolutely bullish. All right, I'm on the 3-day time frame, so this just gives you the nice idea. Look, I even got my Heiken Ashi candles added on here. Look at the strength of that. And look at the 5 and the 10 EMA. You're riding above this 10 EMA line. Okay, literally, you're obviously your support is your 5, but if I go on small time frames, you're technically riding the 10. You're riding the 10 now. You never really broke below the 20. You've only find support, and I spoke on this many weeks ago. This is your support. Your absolute support is catching the bottom on this red line, which is my 20 EMA. Another beautiful thing I see here. I don't like how we're building multiple divergences, bearish divergences in here. But again, this is one of those rarities where tickers like SoFi, you got multiple bearish divergences. Okay, multiple bearish divergences, but it doesn't give a shit. Okay, it doesn't really give a flying F. Okay, you know why? Look at this. This is class A bearish divergence here. You know why? Because how's it go? The trend is your friend until the end of the trend. Okay. This is a ticker that applies to that rule. The trend is your friend until the end of the trend. Okay. Absolutely one of the best tickers out there. One of the best. I would argue top 5 best tickers out there. SoFi. Aside from Palantir, SoFi, APLD. There's 2 more, which I'm going to hold off because I'm still trying to evaluate them. But potentially they're going to make massive moves. But right now, SoFi is definitely top 3. Trend is strong. Absolutely. The fact that you're pushing above this obvious resistance area, key support resistance areas back in, let's say right here, we'll just argue here to here. This was back from February 2021 to November 2020, a whole year, 284 days. Price was consolidating around $20 range, 20 plus range. And the fact that you're now testing this area and breaking above this key resistance line, are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This is easy. Let me not say nothing, okay? Let me hold off my tongue. But what I'm going to do is, guys, here, I'm going to give you an idea of what I believe this ticker is worth, okay? Do you see what I just drew here, guys? What does this do? What does this do? Does anybody know? When you have a trend line, also, whoa. When you have what the fuck? Guys, I think I found a bug. Yo! Bro, there's a bug? Let me see here. Okay, alright, so that's a bug. Strong magnet. That's interesting. Alright, so what is it that I just did here? When you have a trend line, a monthly trend line, which also aligns with your Fibonacci extension based off this the momentum of this ticker, SoFi, drawing it from all time. If you guys don't know how extensions work, these are exit and potential entry targets for shorts and calls. Technically, it's more for exits. Fibonacci extensions are for exit liquidity. So shorts or calls or shares only. So what does this do? This is called confluence. Okay, you want to know where SoFi price target, I believe, can get to? Back to your all-time resistance zone right here. All right. Well, obviously you're going to be more inclined, right? It's going to be more elevated. So we're looking at $40. 43, 40 bucks. If you're going to hold it here, that's 50% of your target. So roughly, wait, what? 70. Oh, okay. Let me draw it a little bit better here. Jesus, 60%. Let me just draw directly up. All right, so 64% roughly. If you were to get in now, and you were to swing this, 63% roughly. SoFi is a ticker you sit on and you don't think about day trading. You just sit on this thing. Sit on it. Sit on that thing. Spit on that thing. How we doing this morning, ladies and gentlemen? Any other tickers we looking at today besides our favorite 5 that we always come back to? All right. Are we always, of course. Hot. Oh, BBI is another one. Let's take a look at BBI real quick. I haven't seen this in 24 hours. I don't know any updates right now. I really don't babysit baby AI. Baby AI. I really don't. You can't see my charts from. So when I put up the quad charts, it doesn't save my official chart settings. So let's pull that up real quick. Let's see. Let's pull up my official chart. Let's turn on BBAI. I think I have Fibonacci level set up there. Yep, I do. I do. Okay. So, this is from the week. Alright, so let's get rid of that Fibonacci. That's the macro. This is the micro. Alright. We already have ideas. Let's turn on the daily. What's going on with BBAI? Let's take a look at BBAI. I know some folks are trading this thing or holding a bag. Alright, so as I mentioned before, we're still in this box from, I think I drew this back in the day, or yesterday, excuse me. We're still in this box, so nothing's changed about BBAI. We're just in a range after a huge sell-off and a great momentum bounce off this 0.65 ratio and off this trend line bounce. So you have confluence, right? And if you turn on your daily, I'm sure there's probably EMAs writing on that. Okay, so perfect. So we have an SMA writing above it. We're now testing the 50 EMA and 50 SMA. So this is your key resistance zone plus your 5 EMA rejecting. Okay, candles rejecting the 5 EMA. So a lot of contention here at this point right here. A lot of contention, a lot of fighting, a lot of battles, a lot of resistance right now is happening on BBAI. Look at all the struggles. Look at all your EMAs, your 5, your 50 EMA, and then you have your 50 SMA. Okay, 50 SMA. One day I'll talk about how to use your EMAs. Very powerful tools. Then you also have the VWAP, very powerful. Then you also have your SMA, simple moving average, very powerful to understand all these indicators. One day I'll provide educational content for all these. Okay, all these, okay? Very important. Because if you don't think traders are not utilizing EMAs, you're out of your fucking mind. You are out of your fucking mind if you don't think people are not using EMAs for entry, exits, potential trend start, potential trend negation, okay? And 50 SMAs, 100 and 200 SMAs, very, very important. If you don't know how to use them, I highly advise you get to it because this is probably the reasons why shit goes up or down most of the time, okay? If we have something called a golden cross, and then you have something called a death cross, okay? When you see these patterns pan out, bye-bye. Doesn't matter about your, sometimes it doesn't matter about your earnings, but bye-bye. All right? If there's no catalyst on a tick and you got a death cross forming, bye-bye. Bye. See you in Earth's core. It's going down in most cases, on average. All right, so what are the tickers we're looking at? All right, so market's a little bit flat right now. As you can see, SPY's a little fucking rangy. I hate these type of market sentiments. You know, I basically get off stream earlier when I see shit like this. It is August. There's not a lot of liquidity playing in the casino. So we're going to take a look at the market overall and see if we're going to sustain this. Other than that, I'm not liking what I see right now. It's a little bit sideways chop, which I fucking hate. It's neither here, neither there. We're going to observe what's going to happen. Dixie, my friend Dixie. All right, so I posted a video on the Discord channel, Discord group, to take a look at the video I posted by that YouTuber. I forgot his name already, but I highly recommend it. It's really informative. I like the way he just basically highlights the overall economics, the macroeconomics of, you know, what countries are doing against the dollar, right? And this, at least in this segment he was doing, it's talking about what basically the BRICS, B-R-I-C-S, are doing to step away from the dollar, and that's going to affect us, right? So it's very interesting segment. Is it going to fucking tank the market? No. At least not yet. But if he's right, he's right. Right? So it's just something nice to know, a little bit ahead of time. You know, something nice to know. All right, what are the tickers we're looking at? We got MVTS, Big Bear AI, APLD, we got NKULR. And if we look at our small cap stock plays, let's go ahead and do a little bit of roundabout. Let's do a little bit of roundabout here. SPY, APLD, SoFi. I'll leave that there. I don't want to have too many tabs open because then my shit freezes and I don't want none of that going down. All right, so APLD. So we're gonna have APLD here. This is the first quad, small cap stocks, and we have our ES. What the fuck? Use settlement as close to daily interval. What? No. What the hell is that? Okay, and then we have SPY, our quads here. No. What? It's this one. It's this one. So we can get rid of this one. SPY futures, VIX, and dollar. Okay. APLD small caps, Big Bear, MBTS, and KULR. Okay, we are ready to go. We can get rid of that one. We can get rid of this one. Save and close. SPY, we can get rid of this one. We can hold that one. BBAI, another small cap. Alright. APLD. So we'll get rid of this one. And then we'll... Alright, now we can officially look at tickers on our official chart. Alright, what are the tickers we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen? Let's take any tickers you guys want me to take a look at. Our market's opening in 1 minute, so I'll just go ahead and leave it here. I'll turn on the 1 minute. Alright, I think market's opening in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Alright, 10 seconds. Alright. INTC, been watching RZLV. Nice. Alright, we'll take a look at those. Take a look at those too. I've been looking at RZLV for like literally a month ago. I posted in my Discord. I haven't looked at it since then, so it's interesting to see where she is now. Hopefully she's above $3. Last time I checked, we were testing 3 off the top of my dome. And yeah, hopefully she's above $3. She was hovering around 260, 280. Alright, I'm just taking a quick look at SPY, opening bell, see how she reacts. First morning run, first hour is always volatile. First hour is always volatile. I don't trade the first hour of the day. Never, ever. That's just my rule. I don't ever trade for the first hour of the day. I don't give a fuck if tickers just start doing this and then continuously move up. But what happens if it goes down? Now you wish you never traded that first hour, right? So I'd just rather sleep well at night, knowing that I'm protected, just holding off an hour of the day. That's just what I do. Everybody's different. Don't do what I do. At the end of the day, I'm just a YouTuber. 349 RZLV. Really? Okay, now you got my interest. RZLV. Dude, very nice. Dude, look at that. Oh my goodness. I spoke on this too back in the day, man, about a month ago. Beautiful to see how she's panning out. I mean, the stars were aligning. You were writing EMAs. You were always on an uptrend. You never really sold off. And look at your RSI. Now I remember why I said, look, take a look at RZLV. Look at the RSI above the center line at all times. Even if you come and back test that center line, you always somehow bounce. If not, you came near it, and then you always went to a trajectory to the north side. Nothing about this ticker is showing strength to the downside. Only momentum play to the bull side, okay? I do see that the negative DI is pretty much underneath the center line here on this ADX, on this DMI indicator, but I am not worried about it just yet. And I don't like how this positive DI is above the center line and it's pointing south. So, but that's nothing to worry about right now. Again, the most important one is this RSI right here, the strength of this trend. All right, we're underneath the center line on the MACD, and we're pointing north. Very, very bullish, okay? The only thing I don't like is this negative DI. Once it starts doing at least a little bit of coiling, that's when I would exit, personally. But right now, I don't see that. Everything else about this thing is fucking bullish. The strength of this trend has never left. And what I told you about parallel channel, my friends, what did I say about parallel channels? I posted a YouTube. Okay, let's go ahead and draw parallel channels. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how you can double channel. All right, I'm going to show you guys how you can double channel off of situations like this. All right, so let's go ahead and clean up the chart a little bit. I'm going to show you guys. A little trick. All right, let me just get it right. All right, actually, we broke out of the channel, because if I were to draw from wick to wick, right, what I mentioned before, we broke out of the channel. Look. All right. So technically, this channel will never see $1 again on this ticker. At least what it looks like. All right. So since you started a new trend, all right. So what you're gonna do is from wick to wick. Remember what I said in my video, okay? Wick to wick, depending on the person you are. Right here, boom. All right. And then you draw it from here. All right. So what do you see now? It's in an uptrend. Okay? Uptrend. Now you're at the lower band of the body. I see price is always coming back here. 2, 3, 4. That's your confluence. Alright? That's your confluence. But that's your resistance. So you know if price were to come back and just test that trend line, you have resistance level. So we're just going to leave that there for now. Alright? And if you want to expand it, once you break out, then you go to the next new high, which is right there. Alright? And if you want to keep just going up, like fuck it. Just do this. If you want to capture all the liquidity, there's nothing wrong doing it from high to high. You could do that as well. It won't be as accurate, but some folks are different. So there's thousands of ways how you can do it. Thousands. Alright? I like to draw it from high to high. But I'm going to lower it now a little bit because we're not really breaking out yet. We're just riding along this track, okay? So good to see. Then you do a little Fibonacci just to add a little bit more confluence. And you see price wants to come and back test at 236. Then price will probably come back down and then retest that. Like, you know, this is just scenarios. I don't think it's going to come to 270 anytime soon. Now, yeah, I mean, the strength of this trend is up. All right? Interesting to see. Very nice. And if you draw the EMAs, your VRVP, where's your volume shelf? Let's take a look at that real quick. Alright, on the daily, I like my dailies. Alright, you're above the 5, the 10, and the 20. Great. You have all the SMAs rolling up. Yeah, this thing is fucking bullish. This thing has never left Beartown. I mean, Bulltown, excuse me. RSI. I just love the RSI. I really love the RSI. Look at the RSI on the 3-day. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Gorgeous. I love seeing shit like this. Love it. Love it. Beautiful. Very nice. INTC. So this is one I was talking about a while back. So if you guys are in the Discord, which some of you guys are not, so I drew this harmonic about, when did I post the harmonic play? This was back in, yeah, SoFi is up only. Benjamin Gibbs, if you're on the channel, yep, SoFi is up only from the Discord. I drew the harmonic. Look at this. I'm going to show you guys. I drew the harmonic back in... Look at this. I'm going to show you guys something. It's freaky. Almost accurate, bro. This is how accurate harmonic plays can be. You guys are going to be fucking flipping out. Some of you. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm posting it on... you guys right now. Look, so I drew, check this out, folks. Check this fucking thing out. Okay? I drew this harmonic on Intel back in, what is it? What's before August? July 29th at 105. I drew this harmonic structure at July 29th at 105. Look at this, Intel. I'll even expand it even more. Look at the daily INTC. Okay, look at Intel now. You guys want to see how cool harmonics work? I was off by 20 cents, folks. 20 cents. I could have adjusted it, but I like to be a little bit accurate when it comes to buffers. All right, I was off by like 20 cents, folks. 20 cents. All right, 20 cents. And if I would have seen the terminal candles, which is body and long wicks, I would have approved of this candle right here at the impulse. It's got the body and long wicks. This is one key observation, one of the types of terminal candles we look for in a harmonic plays. And I would have said, oh, if I was obviously in this play, which I'm not, but I drew it just because I like watching when you have bad earnings or great earnings. I like to catch the knives, specifically catching knives. I love catching knives. And look at that massive move up to the upside, okay? When I hear bad earnings, that's when Sammy, this is where Sammy actually shines. Sammy shines when there's a ticker that has an absolute dog shit earnings or the market just didn't like it. Harmonics come in and they really fucking make killer trades. Because if I would have rolled this, well, first things that we do is we look for Fibonacci retracements, right? But anyway, I'm not going to get into harmonics because that's a whole nother education video I got to make on that. But this was a terminal candle right at almost near exactly at the catching the knife zone, okay? All right, we barely broke it. I mean, we barely made it, right? 20 cents. It was off by 20 cents-ish. But I love seeing this sort of thing because right now this thing is off to the races. Off to the races. If you didn't catch Intel, man, oh, man. Man, oh, man, that's a 35% trade thus now. All right. You guys got to join the Discord, all the TA trade. If you guys are not into TA, if you guys are not into technical trading, that's fine. You know, I'm slowly improving on how to educate my Discord community and you know, providing YouTube content regarding education. And you guys will be the first to get it. All right? You guys will definitely be the first to get it. I'm in at 100 shares. INTC? Nice. If you are, congratulations. INTC is very, a lot of government institute. I mean, look, you're getting media, you're getting coverage, you're getting even Trump talking about this thing. It's just going to be ripping. When you get the media involved, it's over. It's over, bro. It's bye-bye. Especially when you've been in the game for, what, 20 years? I mean, you're going to argue with this? It's a dog. I mean, in terms of where the trend has been coming, like going, since 2021 of July, it's been dog shit, right? Absolutely fucking dog shit of a stock. But at the same time, look what just happened. Now that I'm looking at this thing, okay. All right. This thing now is technically in a rounding top tall for me. Ooh, guys, ooh. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, INTC should be in everybody's watch list. Or whatever, INTC, yeah. INTC should be in everybody's watch list. Like, right now, immediately. Okay. Okay, this is called a rounding top tall pattern. Tall, rounding tops. Okay, very, very top 10 patterns, continuation to the upside formations. Okay, now that I'm looking at this thing, this is a very, very, very interesting ticker right now. What's happening with Intel? This should be in everybody's watch list. INTC. Don't sleep on this thing. This thing peaked at what? This thing peaked at 75. How did you fuck this up, Intel? How did you fuck this up, Intel? You degenerates. Like, how did you fuck it up? Anyway. Put Intel on your watch list. This is very bullish. This pattern right here, very bullish. Discord info. Cool, buy on dips. That's right. Buy on freaking dips. Alright? That's right. You buy on dips. Don't FOMO. SoftBank invests $2 billion in Intel as partner of a broader move to... Alright, so not only you got Trump getting involved, now you got SoftBank. They put $2 billion back into Intel. Jesus. Fuck. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That is it's a very, very strong pattern, folks. Very, very strong pattern. I've nothing but good things to say for Intel as of right now. Everything is just looking super bullish. All right, and I can give you price predictions for the top side. I mean, I see harmonics to the top side. You know what? We already snapped this, folks. We already took a picture of this. All right, I think I have it on my Discord. Let me just take it one more. I'm just going to post it on my Discord, and I'm going to delete the harmonic. Actually, you know what? I won't delete it. I'm going to save that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do harmonics to the upside. All right. I guess might as well, right? Because if we're going to see the future, I mean, not the future, excuse me. If we're going to see potential more continuation to the upside, we might as well know where key resistance is, right? Short term or long term. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this. Let's get rid of the box. All right, Fibonacci. This is the macro. I believe this is the macro, right? Or the micro. Let me see how I drew this one. All right, we can just delete the fucking whatever. All right, I'm just gonna clean up this chart real quick. Brush. We can delete that. We can delete this one. All right, we are ready to go. All right, so let me see if I can find harmonic to the upside. All right, just as much as we can predict the bottom, I can also use harmonics to predict the top. All right, folks, very, very cool. And before I go ahead and do that, because it will take a little bit of time, let's see what the market's acting. Oh, future. Blech. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Bop, bump, beep, boop. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Beep, boop, beep, boop. What's happening? Housing data didn't, futures did not like that housing data. Okay, SPY is also having a very, it's just basically a okay, so that's called a that's a terminal candle, folks. That's a terminal candle. All right, terminal candles when you have long wicks like this. All right, and in most cases, terminal candles have bodies, mid bodies, but like fucking massive long wicks. Okay, like that, massive long wicks. Okay, that's also a terminal candle. You preferably want to see it like more, a little bit taller, like that. Okay, but that's a terminal candle. All right, look, we're actually doing it right now. That's a almost near perfect terminal candle right there. Okay, almost near perfect terminal candle on the 5-minute, 15-minute time frame. Actually, I would argue that's a terminal. Yeah, this is a terminal candle. You love to see it. So keep this in the back of your mind of what a terminal candle looks like, guys. Man, free education on this channel. I should start charging. You know what? I'm going to fucking do that. I'm going to pull up my PayPal. I'm going to start charging folks. I'm going to tell my moderator to start closing the Discord. I'm going to start closing the Discord. I've been giving a lot of free education content in my previous videos, and not a lot of people know about that. Not a lot of people know about that. Discord community knows. I be giving you guys some little tips here and there, right, Mrs. White Brew? She knows. She knows. Hey, what's going on, Nick? Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Mrs. White Brew always talks highly of you. All right, so we're getting a little bit of sell-off. Housing data did not come in as expected, okay? So let's go ahead and draw harmonics to Intel, see if we can get some future price predictions. Just as we caught the bottom, we caught the knife. All right. Let's see if we can catch the top on Intel. Great to see. Great to see. Let's draw some Fibonacci as well. Let's go back into drawing our Fibonacci's. All right, let's draw new ones. Perfect. All right, we broke above the 236 level here. As you can see, we got a candle rejection, which we love to see right here. And now we're breaking above on this day, 3-day time frame. Let's go on the daily just to see a little bit more profound. Boom, you got the rejection right on the 236 line, and you're breaking above the 236, and you're getting that. You're getting a terminal candle. Well, at least breaking out terminal candles when you get a lot of volume coming in, and you're just like explosive to a certain resistance level here at the 236. Now, guys. Free education. I'm going to school y'all on something. Free education. You guys ready? Actually, I'm going to save this one. Let me go ahead and finish my harmonic structure so we can start predicting futures on this candle. I mean, on this ticker, all right? I think Intel's going to do something explosive the next couple of weeks. A lot of institutions stepping in here. All right? If I had to take a look at the short interest, what are the premiums on the contracts? Well, let me go check the premiums on calls right now on Intel. I want to see how juiced the fucking IVs are. Free info, personal education. Yes, ma'am. Let me check the contracts real quick on Intel. 1 second. Let me see what the calls are. INTC. INTC. All right. 0 DTE. Oh, dude, they don't even have short dated. They only have 10 days. Ooh. Oh, no, they have 3 days. All right, 3 days. All right. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. All right, a lot of calls on 3-day expiry. A lot of calls, 2350 in the money strikes. Let me see something. What's the price right now? 26.28. All right, so out in the money. Okay, here we go. Bingo, okay. So in the money are juiced. Right now, premiums are 83 cents. Times 100. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, contracts are juiced, guys. Not worth. And puts on open interest. There's really calls to puts ratio are absolutely wild, guys. $27 strike calls, open interest are 11,000. 95% IV. All right, and there's 60 cents premium price. All right, a lot of buyers, institutions, big money's flowing in here. 28, 26, 28. Thank you. A lot of institutions are jumping in on this, guys. So let's go ahead and finish what we were starting. Oh, this is easily a bat. All right, 1 second, guys. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. All right, we got the 758. Okay, I'll take that. I'll consider that. 886, folks. All right, 886. Literally, we're right on it. 886. Boom. 165 and 16. All right, guys. All right, we're literally okay. This is technically a bat harmonic, bearish bat harmonic. We are literally hitting it right now. All right, so the next thing we want to wait for is a terminal candle. But in most cases, when you have the strength of a trend is this strong, in most cases, it will just continue up. But remember what I told you about body and wicks. Body and wicks are key indicators of this bat harmonic completion. This is technically where you're going to see a resistance zone right here. Literally, you're getting the wicks on the daily. Typically, that this is a sign for a reversal, but not like the fucking, Armageddon's coming down on you, right? It's just a normal, you just had a massive bull run, expect a little bit of retracement, and then you buy at the lows. And this is how you know where you're going to buy at the next entry, potential next entry target, okay? In most cases, now you draw a Fibonacci from the low to the high of the wick, right? From the dip to the rip. All right, and you're going to look at two layers. You're going to look at this 236 micro. And let me go ahead and change this so you guys don't get confused. Let me just turn this into a more smaller dotted lines because we can this is my macro 236 and this is my micro 236 solid lines. All right, you're going to see a bounce at least here at the 236, 2460 for potential new entry, and then you ride the wave back up. Okay, you don't FOMO into fucking Intel because it's already up 36%. Any degenerate that buys at these highs, get off my channel. Anybody that buys at these highs, get out of my channel. I don't want to hear about you. I don't want to talk to you. I tell you guys all the time, wait for the opportunity. Wait for the retracement. Okay? Intel's obviously explosive because of media, but we don't buy the media. We don't buy when the media tells you to buy. We buy when the media says, when they don't pay attention to tickers. All right? When the media puts on limelight on a ticker, it's already too late for you folks. Retail, you're going to get clapped. Okay? SoftBank probably bought around here or here. Okay? All right? We know, because we're trend confirmation traders, we're going to wait for this. We're going to come back and wait for the retracement, 2460. And if it breaks that layer, the next layer is 382, 2353. Typically, off of bat harmonics, we want to hit this 2353. New liquidity is going to come in, hit this bounce, and boom. But at least we have areas of resistance and support where we can buy back into Intel, okay? You're already paying a new premium because you didn't buy that when I caught it here at the knife. When I told you guys at the box area, check the Discord. I've always provided you guys, information. Now you're paying a new higher high, a new higher low. That's your premium. Bye-bye. All right? So, interesting to see where Intel is. Great to see where she's at. Now we just wait for the retracement if you're looking to get back into it. And that's it. Bingo, bango. All right, let's see let's see what the market heat map looks like. All right, a little bit of neutral, nothing really breaking down. All right, let's see the futures and spot. Another terminal can. That's a really fucking reactionary terminal can. Holy shit. That is crazy terminal. All right, crazy terminal. Uh-oh, guys, VIX. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey, guys, hey, hey. Woo, 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 woo. This ain't looking hot. Woo, woo. This is not. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Guys, what I always told you about SPY in the macroeconomics. All right? Let me show you guys something. let me show you guys something. Yesterday and Friday, I told you guys I'm not in nothing. I'm not in plays. I'm not in shares. I'm not doing anything. I'm protecting my assets. Why? Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why? Because I know some of you folks were watching me yesterday. I also know some folks that are watching me and they're not even part of my Discord community. Cough, cough. Saul, he's not in right now because usually he says morning. Saul, if you're in here, let me know. Okay. What did I say about SPY on the 3-day? Back in Friday. What is SPY doing on the 3-day chart? On the 3-day time frame? Does anybody remember? Discord is free. Yep, that's right. Discord is absolutely free, and one day it's not. So take advantage of it, folks. Actually, I just got an application in. Sometimes they're bots, which I fucking hate. Wonderful, providing the charts. Guys, look at Wonderful. Guys, look at Wonderful's. Actually, let's go take a look at that ticker right now, actually. On the Discord. QULR. Okay? Take a look at QULR, guys. Do not sleep on this ticker, okay? Wonderful has some great TA on it. He has great charts. He's a trusted trader. In my opinion, in my Discord community, I absolutely like the way he charts. He has a different way of charting than I do. But there's 1 million ways to chart. There's 1 million ways to trade. His method is similar to mine. So he is a trusted trader. Do not sleep on QULR, okay? Any questions on this? Ask Wonderful. Ask Wonderful. Man knows what he's doing. I love the way he charts. I like how he uses the MACD and the RSI oscillators. I do like that. Pretty much, we do the same ones. I mean, he does what I do, almost. All right. So QULR is very interesting ticker. It's a small cap stock, very risky, but at the same time, we have price targets from analysts that are looking at $40, right? 40 bucks, right? So if this is the knife, if this is the potential bottom on this thing, right? I don't know what QULR does. I forget. Guys, don't ever ask me what the fuck a ticker does. I only trade the charts. I don't give a shit what the company does. All right? I look at charts only, okay? I'm in it. I've been in so many trades with companies. I have no idea what they do. And it's just been amazing. Some folks ask me, "What do they do? What do they do?" I'm like, I don't fucking know. I only trade the charts. If I can short it, I'm making money off it. Okay, I'm making money off it. If I can do calls, I'm making money on it. All right, I don't care. But right now, this thing is very bullish. QULR never really broke trend. All right, never really broke trend. You are breaking below this 0.5 though. All right, but you can argue this is the 50% retracement off a scalp. Let me just make sure. So it's on 88%. So 53% is your average pattern. Yeah, because I'm on the monthly, that's why. What was this massive move here? Oh, this was earnings. Look at that. All right, so then 2 months later, we had earnings again. Dude, oh my goodness gracious. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold the phone, sir. Dude. I see something. Wait. Hold up, QULR. These overreaction earnings are always the type of plays I want to get into. Always, always, always. This is how we caught the knife on APLD. This is technically what you call catching a knife. All right? Catching a knife. Oh! That's a terminal candle. Give me 1 second, folks. I think we got a Gartley. 786. This is on the daily though. 618. 786. 13. Oh. Nah, because then you had all this, right? You have all this. That's 11 bars, 15 days out. Nah. No, I wouldn't consider that because that's too far out. All right, so the next thing is that we do a double bottom. All right, so the double bottom technically is happening right now, actually. You never really broke this trend, so you are getting this reaction. All right, so that's a double bottom. I like that. All right, this is technically not financial advice. Okay, yeah, put KULR on your radar, folks. Put KULR on your radar. Look what's happening right now on the EMAs. What's happening right now on the EMAs? You're 5, you're 10, okay, and you're above VWAP. That's adding what? Confluence. Confluence. Okay, put KULR on your radar, folks. Very, very risky trade, but if you're catching the bottom on this thing, remember what I told you about boxes, right? What I always tell you about boxes. What do you see price doing inside this box, folks? It's doing what? What is KULR doing inside this box? I teach you guys this all the fucking time. What is it doing? Besides Porter, does anybody know what price action is doing right now on this chart? Porter's the only one answering. Anybody else? We have 12 people in here. I'll wait. One more member. I'll give you guys the answer in about 30 seconds, though. I just want to see who's active. Consolidating. Ben Gibbs sideways. Yes. Ben Gibbs and Figure Do. Yes. 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 Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bingo. Yes. That is exactly what it's doing. Setting new lows. No. Oh, well, arguably this candle did, right? It did. But then you came back up and you never really broke the trend. You really never really broke this trend, right? So if from a risk reward, look what price is doing right now. Okay? From a risk reward, it's consolidating, but its reaction is because it's above the VWAP, 1, above the 5 EMA daily at that, 2, and then now you're above the 10 EMA, 3. But what is price always doing? What is price doing right now that it has been doing prior history? Okay? Resistance. Resistance. A clean resistance closure at that. Rejection, excuse me, on this candle, right? Resistance. 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 I can keep going. But what is it trying to do now? It's trying to break above this liquidity box. All right, this consolidation, this constipulations here right now, happening right now as we speak. You break above this box. I tell you all the guys time, if you're not even a TA trader, turn on the fucking box. Turn on a fucking box. That simple. Turn on your freaking boxes and get a visual of what price is trying to do because of previous price history. It's trying to break out of this box. From a risk reward, where's your bottom? All right, where do you find most support at? Let's say arguably here. Arguably. All right, from a risk reward. Let's turn on the 3-day just to get more candle structures, more profound. Let me clean it up a little bit more. All right, whoops. All right. All right, boom. All right, so we have one closure, resistance. So we can argue this is now your box. All right, let me just make it a little bit more better. Oh, no, all right. This is your resistance. This is your support right here. 519, bingo. Okay, now let's look left. Okay, price broke out, had a nice little rounding bottom. Boom, now you're retesting this breakout candle, right? Look at this breakout candle. And look at this closure candle. So we know your absolute bottom is where? Right here. Okay? So look right. It's also respecting what? That line as well. So we know that's your support. What is price trying to do now on KULR? Trying to break above this box consolidation zone off of previous rips. This is technically what you call a double bottom. Breakout confirmation, double bottom. All right, let me clean up my chart again. So from a risk reward, you know that if price were to come back down to what? The support. Okay, support, which is approximately around 5,019. You know that will be your buy area, not financial advice. From a risk reward, that'll be your buy area. Because look at what's happening on the smaller time frames in 1 hour, okay? All right? You broke out of it, then you went back up, and then you break into this area. But look at previous price history. This line was acting as a line of support. Look at this area. All right? Look at this area. Look at this wicks. Look at the support. Look at price breaking below it and trying to back into it, which it did. Again, break below it, and now you got back into it, which it did. Break below it, you got back into it, which it did. Support. Break below it, now you got back into it, which it did. I mean, this is very, very simple to understand, okay? Very, very simple to understand. So if you know from a risk-reward, KULR is trying to do what? Break out of this box. And thus it is. At least it looks like it is on the daily. Let's turn on the daily real quick. What I love to see is that you're closing above the 5 and the 10 EMA and you're getting that wick. I love seeing these wicks because price is what? What do you have going on right here? What do you have going on? Not only you have volume stepping in, which is key, but this tells you that it's trying. It's trying. But I guarantee you there's a lot of shorts. There's a lot of shorts right here in this area. A lot of shorts are fucking hammering this shit right here. Shorts. What's the short interest on this, Wonderful? Can you pull that up on the Discord, please? Can you pull that up on the Discord so I can show it on my YouTube? One of the biggest challenges for KUR right now. I love when Wonderful gives me some education right here. Look what he wrote. Oh, okay. So I'm looking at your. I literally was just talking about the shorts. The short interest is probably high, and look what Wonderful just added on the Discord. One of the biggest challenges for KUR right now is that it's heavily shorted otherwise. KUR will likely be holding up much stronger. Correct. Yeah. So I thought the same thing as well. So this thing is fucking. There's a lot of shorts in this area. Fucking shorts are hammering this thing. But don't sleep on this. Good earnings plus innovational technology. KULR could be a very serious problem in the future, meaning upside only. Okay? Upside only. So very, very good. What I see here. This is very good. This is still a risky trade. But if you're a risky type of investor / trader, fuck it. Do your TA, do your due diligence, make sure you're doing it right, and follow the trend, which is technically it wants to move up. Okay? It wants to move up. All right? Beautiful. All right, let's see what's going on with futures. Hello, SPY, breaking out. Hello. Hello. Trend bottom, sideways. So this is what you call a nice little free TA, which I did, but this is called a rectangle bottom, okay? A rectangle bottom is when you have price action breaking below, and then you form a consolidation area. This is called a rectangle bottom, okay? It would be the same for rectangle tops when you break above it, all right? And then you start forming a consolidation off a rip move, and then you have price action coming here, and then it's either up or down, okay? All right? So from a risk reward, my ass personally, I'm not in this trade, at least not yet. I personally would wait for confirmation. So what I always do is, actually, you know what? I'm going to say that for the Discord, because then I'm giving way too much free education. I'm giving way too much free education. Way too much. I really got to start charging. All right, so look, Wonderful posted the short interest. Look at this. Look at this fucking thing. Look at this. Really? 7.7 million? Really? Really? Short interest ratio 20. So they almost have 3 days to cover. Flow is 20%. 20% of your overall share floats is 20% shorted. Absolutely wild. So if you want to talk about fucking MOAS, this is the potential. This thing can fucking MOAS. Not financial advice. Okay, so there you have it, folks. This is this can, oh man, this can short squeeze actually. That's fucking action. This is, wait, let me turn this off. This can actually short squeeze. Huh. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and draw our famous parallel channels. As you guys know, what I taught in my videos the other day. I just want to see something real quick. Now you got my interest. You guys know I love my parallel channels, actually. That's a shitty one. Right, we can draw it here. Two trends and support. Left to right. Alright, 1 touch, 2 touch, bum bum bum. Add confluence. Turn on the weekly. Alright, at least we respected certain trends. That's my method. Let's see. Yep, we are. Rejection. Support, rejection, rejection. Let me see if we can add more confluence. 1 second. Okay, bingo. Alright, so we see wicks respecting this trend line. Okay, boom. Alright, so near perfect. Everyone's different. Let me just make sure I'm doing it right one more time. My OCD's kicking in. And get some really good analysis going. Alright, whatever. I'll fucking do it there. Whatever. Alright, Sammy. We'll do it there, bro. Crackhead. Idiot. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Alright, now it's a little bit better. Your OCD kicked in and so, okay, good. Alright, you got the reaction terminal and then you got the support on that midband. Alright, so almost near perfect, bingo. Alright, so we got the trend going. Alright, you got that reaction. Bingo. Yeah, this thing is heavily shorted. It makes sense. Look at that. Look at that inverted hammer about to play out. About to play out. Beautiful, though. Trend never left. Trend has never left. We'll keep an eye on KULR. At least Wonderful's keeping an eye on this. Intel. Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Breaking above, folks. Hello. Hello. Wow, beautiful. Look at the volume on this. Wow, this is called a Marabuza candle, folks. This is called a Marabuza candle, folks. Do not sleep on Marabuzas, okay? This is called a Marabuza candle forming on the daily. When you have a clean opening or closure, top or bottom, but there's no wicks. Right now, this is considered a Marabuza candle, okay? At least right now, we still have 5 hours, well, 6 hours to close on the day. But depending on the wick size, right now, it's clean as fuck as a Marabuza. Very, very defined opening and closure candle. Easy. I love seeing Marabuzas because it tells you the strength of, it tells you price action where everyone agrees on. And when you have that sort of consistency, that just tells you what the market sentiment as a whole is trying to tell you on Intel specifically. It tells you everybody and their mother, even their cat and their dog, all agreed that, hey, this was a clean fucking buying opportunity. There are really no shorts or nobody selling this ticker right now. Okay? Everyone, even the dog bought it at the bottom here. At the opening bell. $24.95. And they all agreed that we're not shorting this, alright? Up only. Alright, don't sleep on Intel. Wait for the retracement. It's gonna happen. Just wait to buy at support. Let's take a look at BDAI real quick. Actually, let's take a look at APLD. Okay, we got a nice little. Is that a shooting star? No, that's not a shooting star. All right. Woo. Scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit out of me. All right. All right. What else is going on here? We already spoke on KULR. And look at that. I actually have an ascending. I have ascending triangle in here. On KULR on this quad. Look at that, folks. It's a really open one. It's not really like tight. But we see price actually respecting a zone. So it looks like it's about to break into that trend line as well. Yeah, we had that rejection as well. Look at that. Boom. Okay, beautiful to see that as well. Good to see. Okay, awesome. We'll just leave that there. A little bit. Something to consider. Navitas 6069. Did it break the trend? Let's turn on Navitas real quick. NVTS. All right, let's see if it broke the trend. No, it's actually sleeping on the trend line. It's actually literally sleeping on the trend line. The price action is literally sleeping with this trend. Kid you not. NVTS is literally on that trend line. Holy moly. Holy moly, folks. Wow. It's breaking a little bit below it. You should start seeing little terminal. You should start seeing reactionary candles here. All right, when you're breaking below this trend line. Let's see if it's going to sustain. I personally say it's not going to because of the market sentiment, macroeconomics, but let's see if it's going to hold, okay? We all know that futures and SPY act as a battery. I mentioned this multiple times in my on the stream. So if the macroeconomics give us that push up, more than likely MVTS can also have a nice push up, all right? Because if there's no volume, there's algorithms. All right? No volume. Cool. Let's pull the algos. All right? Algos help push shit up. Okay? Stocks up. Very simple. If nobody's interested in a ticker, okay, what do you think has to happen? The algos, high frequency trading, HFT, is going to kick in. All right? And that's how we take good trades based off what? The batteries. All right? Batteries. As I like to say, it gives you better odds at your trade panning out because you have the batteries giving you that uplift. Uplift. All right? Nice little trick, nice little tip for some of you TA traders, okay? Nice for you, nice little tip for TA traders. All right? You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome. Free tips. Everyone and their mother's getting free tips today. What is this? Trend horizontal. Alright, we're breaking below the trend line. So 66, and you are getting that reactionary terminal candles. I love seeing terminal candles at trend bases. Alright? Trend bases and then trend resistance. So this is good to see. Alright, so your next opportunity to buy MVTS is potentially right at support. Okay? Let's take a look at where support is real quick. I have a lot of Fibonacci levels here. Alright. Very interesting. Alright. Whoa, futures. Rippity dippy dip. Alright, what other tickers are we looking at, folks? What other tickers are we looking at, folks? Oh, futures. Having a beautiful reaction today. And it looks like, look at SPY right now. What does that look like, folks? Alright. I hate 1 minute time frame pattern charting. But what does this look like? This is just for more of a visual. This is more of a visual. What does that look like? What does that look like, folks? Again, 1 minute time frames are not reliable. Or not as reliable. But from a short term, what does that look like? Let me turn on my let me make this bigger. What does that look like? What is price doing right now? Huh? What does that look like, huh? It's in a what? It's in a bull flag, okay? Now you have 5 touches, bottom and top, and then you wait for that reaction. Reaction candles are clean indicators that there's a huge resistance off a specific trend line. Okay? They're not going to be perfect, okay? Not all patterns need to be perfect. They just need to have confluence, okay? 5 touches. 5 touches minimum for confirmation of a trend line, rejection or support. You can do 4, but 5 is your sweet spot. So we have multiple candles to the upside. That's more than 5, and then you have pretty much 3 candles here. So this is now called a channel inside a potential bull flag. Okay, this is what you call a channel. Wedges are different, obviously. Wedges are different. All right, they're like this or like this. All right, channels are more like that or like that. Okay, does that make sense? The 5 touches is your sweet spot. Is your sweet spot. All right, let's see if SPY wants to break out of this bull flag. Have another continuation. And how do you make the measurement rule for the bull flag? There you have it, folks. It's right there. The next potential opportunity is at 645.08 if we break out of this channel. It really depends on the channel breakout. All right. Not always they pan out, but you can just hypothetically see a future price target where price wants to get into off of the continuation run. So if I have a small pullback, does it? Let's take a look at SoFi real quick. We'll leave that there going. All right. We'll leave that there. SoFi, MVTS breaking below. Nice. Not good for some folks, but you know what? We anticipated this because we're doing what? We're buying at support. And shout out to Gentleman for bringing this up. All right. He always asks me, hey, we're at support, and thus we did. But macroeconomics doesn't give us that little push up, at least for now. All right, let's take a look at SoFi real quick. A little bit of a reaction. A sell-off. A sell-off. Okay, so look what price is doing on the daily. All right, what is price doing now on the daily? Let me turn on the 12 hours so you can see it better. All right, what are you doing? Let me turn on the 1 hour. What is price doing now? Price is literally at this trend line. Literally at this monthly trend line. Okay? Believe me when I tell you this is, I love SoFi. I think it's a very, very strong stock, ticker, company, whatever. But it backtested that trend line. And then it's more than likely going to break out of. I'm not stressed out about this thing. Really not stressed out. Had a massive sell-off though. That's impressive. Holy shit. Actually, this is a massive sell-off. Oh my god. For some folks, this is buy the dip opportunity. I'm just saying, not financial advice. Not financial advice. Wow, so you literally just touched the 5 EMA. Alright guys, so from a risk reward, what has price been doing? Every time you touch that 5 EMA, today it touched that 5 EMA from a risk reward. What has price done? It reacted to this 5 EMA line, and look what price is doing. It's doing what? It got bought up. It found support on that 5 EMA, 2363 approximately. And what did buyers do? Some of our EMA traders, which is almost half of the community. Does anybody know what they did? Yeah, they had their stop order. They had the buy order right there in that 5 EMA, 2370. Okay, is this sustainable? We'll wait and see. But right now, you're gonna get a reaction off this 5 EMA. All right, why? Well, every time you hit this 5 EMA, folks, look what happened. What happened to SoFi? Every time you hit this 5 EMA, support, you bought. You never touched the EMA here. You touch the EMA here, support, you bought. You touch the 5 EMA here, support, you bought. You touch the EMA, 5 EMA here, support, you bought. You touch the 5 EMA here, support, you bought. You touch the 5 EMA here, support, you bought. So what do you think is happening here? You're touching the 5 EMA, is doing what? Is doing what, folks? From a risk reward, what do you see here doing? SoFi has a big bearish in it. We will force them out, no worries. I'm going to work buy dips. Later, Miss White Brew. You mean shorts? Yeah. I don't know what the short interest is on SoFi. I believe they should be covering. I mean, I would argue that they're running away right now. I would argue they're running their ass away. They're covering right now. Uh-oh, my stream. But good way to look at it, yes. Maybe they are shorts. Maybe you're right. All right. So SoFi. All right. So SoFi. So SPY is breaking out of this bullish channel right here. This bullish channel. And if you guys know what I like to see on breakouts is what? What do we do with breakouts, folks? White Brew's not here. She's got to go to work. What about my other? We have 11 people in here. Excuse me, 9 people in here. I'll look at futures as well. What is futures doing? Funny how they all align, right? This is not a channel. This is what? Another bull flag, but this is now a flag. Asymmetrical triangle. Well, actually, no, it's asymmetrical. That's asymmetrical. All right, when you have literally lower. Oh, look at his back test. 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 Breakout, back test, trend line. Boom. Are we breaking below it or above it? Let's see. 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 Love to see this sort of thing. I love to see this. Look at that reaction candle. Boom. 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 Rejection. You got the wicks. The wicks. You got the reaction. Let's see if it's going to break above or below it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're breaking below this bull flag. Buy the dip, let it rip. There you go, Ed Silver. Buy the dip, let it rip. Damn fucking right. We're breaking below it on futures, but again, just as you do it on the upside, coming back test that breakout, we got to do it on the downside, on this bull flag. So, ooh, Jesus, it's leaking. Ugh. Blech. Blech. All right, coming back test this. All right. It's leaking. Let's see if it sustains. I don't like watching 1 minute patterns. I don't entertain 1 minute patterns, but it's just nice to see as a visual. Okay, these are nice to see as a visual on 1 minute because you can get so many patterns on 1 minute. You can get bearish divergence, bullish divergence, symmetricals. You got ascending broad wedges. I mean, you can have every single pattern on a 1 minute drawn on any ticker. Okay. We all know higher the time frames, the higher what? The reliability. All right, I do the 1 minute for you folks just to give you like a visual on how I observe patterns, how I trade when it comes to swing trading. When it comes to swing trading. All right. Here we go again, back testing that trend line breakout. And look, price is doing what on futures? You broke below the trend line and you're doing what? You're back testing that breakout to the downside. And look, it's going to come and hit that trend line, which it is right now. See if we get a rejection or we break above it so we don't get something called a bust out. A bust out. So let's see if it's going to continue holding that. But you love to see it. You love to see it. All right. Let's see if it'll hold, folks. Now they're all lateral, okay? They're gonna have similar patterns. So it looks like the market's acting a little bearish, showing some bearish indicators going off. The RSI is about to test that center line in futures. So is right now SPY's testing that as we speak. Your RSI, if you break below that center line in the 1 minute, let's take a look at the hour real quick. All right, so you're breaking above the center line, so it's gonna hopefully coming back test that breakout. That trend. So let's see what's happening right now. I'm not liking what I see on the 1 minute. As you guys know, again, I hate 1 minutes. I don't give a fuck about 1 minutes. I like my larger time frame. So I'll just leave it here for you folks. Can you tell me next support for BMNR 4771? BMNR. Let's take a look at BMNR. Whoa, MBTS. Whoa. Blip. All right, 1 second. Hold up. I'm gonna post this in my Discord community because we literally called that this would fall below, and we did a great TA on. We did great TA on this. Look at that. We buy support. We called it, bro. Good shit. About to hit 0.618. STB is selling off. Wonderful. Also, solid power. Nice. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, folks. Let me go ahead and use the bathroom. I'm gonna leave it on BMNR. We're gonna do a little bit of a check. See what's going on with BMNR. As a matter of fact, I'll leave it on futures for now. Give me 1 second. Let me go use the bathroom and then we'll touch on BMNR. So be right back. Literally 1 minute. Let me use the bathroom. All right. Well. All right, let's take a look at what's happening here. Whoa. Hello. So we technically had a bus out, folks. This is what you call a bus out. A bus out, folks. Wow. Really nice to see. Look at this, folks. Price broke out of this trend line. Came back to back test that trend line. As you guys know, I love what? Back testing breakouts. And this is now broke below the trend, inside the trend, and now you're breaking even well below it. Alright, and now you're retesting it. So this is called a bust out. Very clean. Bust out. Love it. I'm going to leave that there. That's more of a visual, folks. Alright, let me go ahead and heat up my coffee real quick, folks. Dang, AMD tanking. Is it? Can you tell me next support being... Oh. Alright, perfect. I'll take a look at AMD and BMNR. Give me 1 second. AMD and BMNR. I'm going to go hit up my coffee, bro. Real quick. And what's the VIX doing real quick? Not really breaking anywhere. It's just sideways right now. Choppy. Dixie having a nice little bit. Nice little bit. Actually broke resistance as we speak. So very interesting to see you getting that reaction. Let's see if it's going to sustain itself. All right. And I do see some divergences happening on the dollar right now. All right. This is what you call a Class B. I'm going to show you guys real quick before I go heat up my coffee. This is what you call a Class B bearish divergence. If you guys don't know what that is, that's fine. I teach this and I will teach this. Oh, no. Not Class B. Not yet. Not Class B. It should have been flatter, but then I started making a new RSI. Started making a new upper trend. So we can cancel that. Not Class B. Not Class B. You know I hate 1 minute. And look at that. I'm on the fucking 1 minute. Of course I am. Okay, of course I am. Okay, so here's a divergence, folks. Potentially panning out. So this one is a little bit more cleaner. I'm on the 5 minute, right? Still smaller time frame, but we are getting divergences building on this. Now, it should be typically 14 bars. All right, 14 bars. All right, we're literally on the 14 bar mark, which is a limitation. All right, so let me go ahead and cancel that little trend. Let me put it right here. We're on the body. So we are forming divergences. Let's see. We should technically start printing a bearish candle. And this is what you call a class what? I gave you guys a cheat sheet in my Discord. It still has to print on. You still have 35 seconds left. Okay, you have a bullish engulfing candle. You're gonna have sellers coming in here taking profit, trend traders taking profits, and you should expect a bearish candle printing next. Typically, all right. This is what you call what? Does anybody know? This is called a Class A bearish divergence. Let me see what's going to happen before I make my coffee. And then we're going to take a look at AMD and BMNR. Give me 1 second. Let me just see what happens in 1 second. You should typically start seeing red candles. Okay, good. Which you are. Bingo. And look at that, folks. You're getting the red reaction. You're getting sellers, which you did. The wicks. Boom. This is what you call a Class A bearish divergence, okay? Class A bearish divergence. So there's your red candle, folks. Alright, you're going to have sellers selling, took profits, then you're going to have new higher lows, and then see if the continuation will sustain. Again, these are small time frames. I don't give a fuck about small time frames unless I'm scalping. Alright, unless I'm scalping. But look at that, folks. Easy. Spotting divergences. Easy. Alright, so that's interesting. Actually, we'll just leave it here. Alright, let's see what futures... okay, before I go heat up. Alright, so we're having a little bit of a bearish activity going on right now, folks. Very interesting. Alright, let me go heat up my coffee so we can start doing some TA. Alright, let's focus now. Now you got my full attention. You guys got my full attention. Let's go all the way. Don't forget sound. Okay, you got it, folks. Alright, let's go one by one. I'll do them quickly because, you know, I'm pretty fucking fast. Alright, let's do this. Alright, first things first. Order of commentary. Alright, so the first one is BMNR. Alright, let's take a look at BMNR. BMNR. Holy shit, hold up. Is the market selling off? Holy shit, the market's selling off, folks. Whoa. 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 Very bullish. Neutral. Now things are flipping red. Little by little, things are flipping red. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. Whoa. Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Dude, what is happening? Dude, that's very interesting. Okay, so BMNR. Alright, so obviously I have a box here, so that means I drew this back in the day. Okay, perfect. Alright, we're breaking below this box. Resistance. Let me turn on the daily. You had a breakout. You back tested and rejection on the box. 5 EMA rejection, and then you're breaking below the 10 EMA. Okay, so now your other test will be exactly roughly around 48.38. From a risk reward, I would wait for price to come and test key support. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, you broke below the 0.5 ratio. The next one is going to be 48.34 roughly. And then if not, it's going to be the golden pocket ratio, which is around this number right here. Alright, so the support really depends on market sentiment as a whole. As you guys know, I always talk about batteries. Alright, and then we are, this thing is really not sustainable right now where it's at on top of that. Look at the RSI on the daily as well. Alright, look at your MACD and your DI, negative DI, all pointing what? South. And then the volume on the delta is absolutely bearish. Absolutely, and it's override. It's like literally overriding the bullish sentiment by a lot. So you're breaking below the 0.5 ratio. The next one's at 50, roughly 48.50, and then the following would be the golden ratio. All right, so you have layers now on the daily. So very, very interesting to watch. It's got to sustain that 0.5 ratio before the end of the day. If not, continuation to the downside is very, very relevant. I mean, it's observable, like it's obvious. Okay, so you gotta sustain this 0.5. Very interesting to see this thing. I wonder if it's at a key 236. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Maybe it's at a key 236. No, you broke below the macro 236. Oh yeah. But you know what? Let me see something. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? Whoa! What the fuck? What the? Huh? What? Wait. Wait. Hold on, I gotta pull it. What the fuck is this shit on BMNR? Someone explain. 500 million? 500 milli? Are you fucking kidding me? What? What? What is this? Bro, you're not even, this is not even a joke. Explain, bro. Okay, well now I have to go back and redraw this because this is now a literal meme stock. Dude, oh my lord. Dude, I don't know what to say about BMNR. This thing is absolutely fucking weird. That's crazy. I hope somebody gives me some information on that, but that's absolutely wild. Okay, alright, let's get back into it. So yeah, you're breaking below 0.5. Obviously, psychological level is $50, which is next, obviously. If you break below the 50, 48.50 is your next layer, and then the golden ratio. Very simple. Alright, your RSI, it has to come and back test that center line, which it wants to do. And then that's going to be your continuation bounce or not. Alright, but you got to break up, you got to bounce off that center line. Very important. Alright, so hold on tight. It's going to be a rough one for BMNR, especially if your macroeconomics are not looking good. Look at SPY breaking below the volume average low off this VRDR indicator. It's absolutely vomiting right now, actually. So all small cap stocks are going to get slammed, all right? So pay attention to the macroeconomics as well. Very important. All right, so the next one you said was AMD. AMD tanking. Is it? Is it really? Is it really? Oh! Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Arguably. Yep. And what's more important is the last time you broke below the 20 EMA was literally back in, I mean, a full break below it, right? Full break below it was back in 2025 of April lows, right? And then we have April lows here. So the last time you really successfully broke below it. Oh, no, excuse me. All right, hold up. This was a rejection line. Rejection. All right, so this was a, whoa, what's this back here? Hold up, give me 1 second. This is on the weekly. Okay, so officially broke below it. 2024, and it was in a downturn acting as resistance. Okay, good. All right. So roughly around here. October 2024 acted as resistance. What happens once you broke above the 20 EMA? Look at this on the weekly time frame. What do you see here? You went on a massive run to the upside, okay? Massive run to the upside. So I'm not worried about this yet. It's just breaking below. You're testing the 5 EMA on the weekly on top of that. So what you're doing right now is just testing this EMA line. Look at that. Perfect reaction, right? I would start getting worried on the weekly if you break below the 20 EMA. I would be fucking shitting my pants. But I doubt we'll ever get to these lows. I'll doubt it. I doubt it. But yeah, it is selling off though. It is. Let me see the 3-day time frame. Alright, so the 3-day, oh, look at that support bounce right there. It would be 166.72 on that 10 EMA. That'd be a nice little bounce. Almost touched it too. Interesting. So, I don't know. Potential opportunity for some folks. Oh my god, SPY and futures selling like crazy today. What is happening? What the fuck is going on? Yeah. Alright, and sound. Sound. Ooh. Alright, so I see some trend lines. That's good. Alright, what's happening with this? Oh, what? I kind of went crazy here. Alright, there's a lot going on. Let's clean it up a little bit. There's a lot going on here. Alright, what the fuck? Did I do surgery? Did I do surgery? Alright, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of... Actually, I'll keep that on. Let's lock that in. Okay, so... Let's get rid of this trend line. What the fuck that was. From low to the high. Bingo. Testing 236. Macro support. Okay, and then we have the micro, which is on the weekly. What we're going to do is now we're going to turn this here. And then there you go. That's your micro. Okay. And then we'll just lock that one in. All right. And there you go. Now it doesn't look all fuckery. Nice little clean. It's a nice, little bit more cleaner now. All right. Your rejection here at the 0.65. Coming back down to test that. Now let's turn on the little. Okay. This is where it got messy. Okay. I see now. Ooh. Ooh. Sound. Having a little bit of market sell-off, market sentiment as a whole. You did reject the 0.65 here. RSI is coming back down to test that center line. So if I can get that, if we can get a pivot here at the center line, right there. Look at this trend line here. So this act as confluence. So we had a reaction here, we had a reaction here. So what I want to see is the RSI coming back test either the center line or that pivotal zone, and then confirm another breakout to the upside. So nice little sell-off, nice retracement off of massive move to the upside. You're getting that reaction that we need. The sell-off, profit taking. All right, a couple layers to look at. Volume average high, which would be approximately 1356. Also in line with this closure candle body here. Test that, boom, break below it. Now you're also testing the 5 EMA, roughly around 1332. Break that. Now your absolute support will be $12.76 at the 0.5. So you have three things. You have this layer right here, you have this layer right here, and then you have this layer right here. That's three support levels. Very, very interesting. And then you have obviously have your RSI to act as what? As a continuation bounce, or you break below it. Interesting. Interesting. Market is selling off, huh? Oh wow, futures. Hello. Hello, APLD, SoFi. SoFi touching that 10 EMA. Hello. Hello. I don't know, folks. Alright. We'll just leave this here until we get new tickers to look at. How you guys doing today? I'm sipping on some coffee, checking my emails. It's a nice day today. Let me see what the day looks like. Oh yeah, the sun's out today. I'm going for a nice walk later on. Get my workout in. Ooh, Bitcoin's selling off. Let's take a look at crypto. Timeout. Crypto is selling off. Ooh. Crypto is selling off, baby. Okay. I did have a chart on Bitcoin. I know I had some DTA on Bitcoin. Let me see if it's still loaded. Oh yeah, it's still loaded. Would this arguably be the, I mean, from the closure body? Alright, from the closure body, I'll argue that, okay? I'll argue that. I'll argue that. Okay, we're breaking below the 50 EMA and SMA. That's not good. That's not good at all. But we do have a harmonic shark. 110 exactly where the support bounce is. Perfect ratio too. Perfect ratio. So that's good. Bitcoin, still bullish, obviously. Still fucking bullish. No brainer there. But look at SPY. Holy shit. That's disgusting. Yikes. And VIX slowly creeping. Alright, we are getting that bearish. Okay, so guys, this is a Class A officially. The Class A bearish divergence panned out on the Dixie. As I mentioned it before. Now it's panning out. Class A. Interesting. If you guys don't know this, let me pull it up again. Let me pull up the little cheat sheet. I gave you guys a full cheat sheet in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. Free TA. Look. Check this out. I love this. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. Alright, look. Class A. Class A. Look at that, folks. Boom. Class A divergence. Very bearish. Class A. Higher highs. Lower high. This is what you call bearish divergence. Alright, and it's not wick to wick, by the way. This is wrong in terms of the structure. It's body to body. Body to body. But, you know, that's TA for another day, folks. That's TA for another day, folks. Save that. Take a picture of it, folks. Learn what the Class A looks like. Alright? Sleep on that. Let me check my Discord real quick. Alright, we'll just do that for now. Oh my god, guys. Futures. What in the fuck? What in the fuck? Hello. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing today? How was your beautiful morning, folks? How are you guys panning out? Let me see what's happening with the Twitter world. The Twitter world. Cardano is not available to trade. SUI? What the fuck is SUI? What is SUI? Whoa, hold up. Is that a Marabuza? No. Cardano's being suppressed? No, it's not being suppressed. What is SUI? What is this? Oh my god. What the f... Huh? What? It's crypto? Is it really? Real estate? No. SUI is, wait, no, this is it? Yeah, SUI. Sun Communities. Home manufacturers. Why is this up only? And then actually it was up only. Then it had a huge sell-off. Ooh, who the fuck would trade this? This is so risky. I hope they're turning on their 3-month time frame. Why would you touch this from a risk reward? Ugh. Oh, dividends, that's why. Yuck. Blech. Blech. I would never touch this ticker in my life. In my life, I would never. Seeing this, just take your box. What is it doing? Let me make it cleaner for you folks. What is price action doing off this box? Again, since the start of its dawn. So hypothetically, let's say here. So for 792 days, For 792 days, almost what? 2 years. You've been in a range? You've been in a range? Only 20% range? Is that what people put their money in? This is how people invest, to make 20% up and then get a neglection, double bottom, and then another 20% up, get a neglection. Then you have midway support level. And then it's even worse, right? It's even worse if you bought it here and then you get a rejection for only 10%. Then another 10% down for the next couple of months and years. And then you have another rejection. Oh, get the fuck out of... Get away from me. Blech. I would never, ever in my wildest dreams understand why people trade this. Like, what is it? Like, do they not see what the 3-month time frame is telling you? Okay, you had a massive rip. Alright? Then since 2021, you've had a dip. You've never, ever, ever went to the upside ever again. You've just been consolidating for 2 years. Who are these animals? But then again, it does have dividends. It does have dividends. What's the ratio? What's the ratio on this? Okay, all right, not so bad. It's not so crazy. It's not so crazy. 3%. All right, we'll take that. Oh my God, guys. Uh-oh. This ain't good. And then the VIX go, uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. Whoa. So looks like my little, looks like my, uh-oh, guys, futures and SPYs selling off. Futures and SPYs selling off, folks. And VIX is going up, folks. VIX going up and dollars breaking down. Whoa! Whoa, VIX just had a spike, folks. VIX just had a spike, folks. Whoa! Whoa! For all my Discord members who are watching me, if you're still watching me, what did I say 2 days ago or week? Actually, yesterday. What did I not do with my money? What did I do with my money? What did I do with my money? What was I not doing this week or last week? What have I been doing from a risk reward? Let's see who pays attention. Look at the VIX, 0.4% on the day. What have I been doing with my money? There you go, Ed Silver. 70% on your SPY put. You damn should be, because why? Because I told you guys yesterday that I'm protecting myself. And let me go back into this because I'm going to talk about it again. One last fucking time. Okay? Oh my God, dude, guys. This is really bad. Actually, so bad. You're now testing the bear zone inside the RSI. Alright? On the 5-minute time frame. You're probably in it right now on the 1-minute time frame. Yes, you are. Look at that. Okay? So now you should see at least a little bit of divergence forming. This is called a inverted scallop. Excuse me. A inverted descending scallop. Okay? If you guys don't know what the fuck that is, it's a continuation pattern. Okay? You have the big ones. Typically, you see huge ones, which you can argue here. This is one right here. And then they get smaller and smaller, okay? They get smaller and smaller. This is a long one. This is a shorter one. So that's a continuation pattern to the downside. All right? Max you'll get on a day is mostly 3. Mostly 3. 2 are the most significant. The first ones are always heavier. Okay, guys? So this is the junior descending scallop, inverted descending scallop off of the first one, arguably here. Arguably here. All right? This one's longer. This one's shorter. Okay? But these are continuation patterns to the downside. All right? More prevalent now on the 5-minute. But one thing you guys need to know is that what have I been talking about the last couple of days on my stream? What have I been doing? Let's see who's paying attention. I've been what? protecting myself. Because why? What have we been seeing on SPY the last 2 candles and then on the 3-day time frame? What do you see on SPY? Let me turn on the daily. Okay. What was this candle structure that I spoke on last week? Does anybody remember? No? Let me fucking remind you folks what we saw last week on my stream. I saw this. I wasn't trading. I took all my money out. I took all my money out. Why? What candle structure is this? Does anybody remember? Let's see who's paying attention. What candle structure is that? Besides Ed, I know there's like I know there's only 2 of you watching. Alright, let's take a look. Engulfing, yes, but more what? What is this one doing? It's engulfing, and it's even worse. Why? Why? Because it is literally jumping. This one's not only engulfing, but you're toppling. This is why it's called dark cloud cover, because you're basically hovering. You're hovering the previous candle, that bullish candle before it. Okay, so you are printing a dark cloud cover on SPY. This is a typical reversal candle structure panning out, and thus we are getting the reversal. Okay, so from a risk reward, now I see that we're printing a dark cloud cover. Back last week, I said, fuck this. We're already our all-time highs. It's time to take back some of the gains, and let's see where we can base, okay? I'm not saying it's Armageddon. I am saying I'm not willing to risk my money off of this candle structure that's very observable. Understanding how that can pan out, it could potentially bring us back to back test that breakout. All right. So from a risk reward, what happens if we continue back down here? That's a 2% sell off the overall market. Okay. Now, if we were to buy the opportunity for some small cap stocks, I know that I want to see SPY come and back test this breakout trend line, monthly trend line, and see if we can get a reversal. But right now, I'm not putting my money in the market because I see this last week. So I'm protecting myself. Now I continue to save my money, protect myself until we get a confirmation what? To the upside. Okay? But we saw this coming last week and I said, fuck that. Alright, fuck that. Okay? SPY on the daily. Let me go ahead and post this in my Discord again. SPY segment. What I spoke on last week. A reminder to always protect yourselves. Nice reversal off of this structure. Bingo, bango. Not financial advisor. That's right, not financial advice. Not financial advice. Absolutely. I mean, if I tell people, hey, if I tell people to protect yourselves, right? But we saw this dark cloud cover on SPY the daily. That was a clear, for me, was exit. It's exit mode. Fuck that. I'm out. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys at the bottom. Alright? I'll see you guys at the bottom if we actually get there. If not, oh well. But at least I'm not writing this, okay? I'm not writing this right now. I'm totally not writing anything right now. Alright? Very, very, very interesting, okay? And we could absolutely have another ripper, right? We can absolutely have another ripper tomorrow, the following days, but, you know, I'd rather just be protected. I'm not saying the world's coming to an end on the chart. Absolutely not. I'm just not going to take, I'm just paying attention to what's in front of me, that's all. Okay? All I'm doing. Alright, you broke below the 5 daily EMA on SPY. So that's interesting to see. Very interesting to see. So if SPY's coming down, that means all your small cap stocks are going to have that reaction as well. So that's why, you know, you buy the dip on some trades, right? You buy the dip on some trades. Whatever you're into. Protect yourselves. Protect yourselves. Any other tickers you guys are looking at? You guys want me to chart? You guys have me for another hour. You guys have me for one more hour. I typically end my stream at 12. And because I have things to do throughout the day. So typically I end my streams at 12 o'clock. So take full advantage of me for the full hour, folks. Like the stream, like the video, join the Discord, subscribe to my channel. You get more of this amazing TA, more alerts. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm thinking about making a video tonight. I'm not sure. Days that I don't stream, I post videos. Days that I do stream, I don't post videos. I don't know. Maybe I might do a double whammy, a stream and a video throughout the day. Maybe talk about SPY. You know, talk about SPY. I'll consider it. VIX, absolutely bullish. Not good, folks. Not good. Alright, not good. Nice. Nice to see. Alright, so futures again selling. Oh my god. Oh my days. Okay, that's a problem. That's dangerous. Very concerning. Very concerning here, folks. Very concerning. Interesting. Long wick on SPY, 5 minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even look, you can even see it on the 15-minute, which is worse. Alright? Which is absolutely worse on the impulse. Oh, that's dangerous. Yikes. I'm more worried about futures right now. That's not good. Okay, something's cooking. Something's cooking. Oh my god. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, shit. So, buy the dip on small cap stocks is, talk about opportunity for some folks, right? So, oh my days. Wow, futures. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! Folks, we might have a problem. Hold up. Let me see something. I think no way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this really happening? Oh my god. Alright, this is going to be for my Discord members only, folks. You guys are going to get the breakdown. Okay, guys. I think this is worse than I thought. This is actually a little bit more worse than I thought. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Time out. 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 Time the fuck out. Time out. I hope I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. If this is really what I believe is going to happen. Come on, hurry up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I've always had this on my radar. I just didn't expect this to actually be a really possibility now. Oh my God, folks. Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Oh man. Uh-oh. I just don't think. I just really don't want this to. Oh my God, bro. 1 second, folks. I just gotta confirm some things. All right, just give me 1 second. I gotta pull up one of my other oscillators out here. Jesus fucking Christ. Ah, fuck. Alright, well. That's a real possibility. Yep, that's a real possibility. I should have seen this one coming. Yeah. And you just flip the momentum on the flux. And the overflux at that. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. So, Huh. Interesting. Alright. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna be vigilant to the fact that I see that. But I'm gonna be pervy to it. Or meaning I'm gonna be on top of it now. I have to be on top of it. So pretty much I saw something, and the only time I'm going to bring it up is when it happens, because certain indicators are going off right now, telling me that something's brewing for something big. Okay? Something's brewing for something big. But I'm waiting for a confirmation, okay? But if it cooks, it's gonna cook hard. I'm just waiting for confirmation. So nothing to worry about right now. But I do see something cooking. Huh. Very interesting. Discord members will always get the tea first, so you guys have nothing to worry about for now. You guys have nothing to worry about for now. But I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now. Alright? I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now. And also on top of that, look at this in terms of the short-term time frame. Look at this. What do you see now on the 3-day time frame, folks? Okay? It's bad, Mrs. Wybrew. Very bad. Extremely bad. Okay? Extremely bad. Okay? Very, very bad. So, we'll just wait and see. But I guess what we were seeing on the bearish structure here, the reversal is obviously panning out because we're protecting ourselves, but even more prevalent in the 3-day time frame, you have divergences now printing on the 3-day time frame, which adds what? Confluence and more what? Reliability. The higher the time frame, the more reliability things are. This is typically your class B bearish divergences, which is fine. You are getting that bearish divergence. Plus you have a inverted hammer or a shooting star at the impulse. Very good to see. So you're getting the reversal, okay? We knew that was coming, but from a macroeconomic perspective, there's just something that's not sitting well with me right now. Okay, just something that's not sitting well with me right now. So I'm gonna pay close attention to it every day now moving forward. But I'll give you guys the tea once I confirm it. But I'm not liking what I see right now. It's concerning me a little bit. Alright, but I'm going to stay vigilant to it. I'm going to pay attention to it, but nothing to worry about thus yet. Maybe it's just taking profit day. Yes, absolutely. Maybe it is just taking profit day. It could definitely be that scenario, but just a reminder though, let's be a little bit more, let's be honest here. We've been in a V-shaped recovery for some time here, So the folks are anticipating like a fucking market sell-off, the Armageddon days, since back here. Oh, when we're getting the dip, we never got the dip, right? But this dip, if it were to happen, what I'm seeing right now, if it were to happen, I'm not saying it is gonna happen. I'm not saying it, but if it were to happen, this V-shaped recovery, since obviously it's been like three and a half months, the pullback is gonna be more significant. The pullback is going to be more significant, especially what I'm seeing on my MACD on the monthly, okay? On the monthly, all right? So, nothing to worry about yet, but I'll be fucking worried if it were to pan out, okay? I couldn't find you on Discord. Ed Silver, let me give you the Discord link. Let me give you the Discord link to the Discord. My Discord group will always get the tea first. YouTube gets it days later. Sometimes days later. Let me go ahead and give you the Discord membership. The invitation. Wow, if it actually does happen, I'll be fucking shocked. Here's a Discord. Actually, that's not it. Why? Oh boy. So this might be a fuck. Alright. Alright, see if this works. Because I had issues with this before. See if that works. It's gonna say invitation declined, but then you click on the button, continue to Discord, and it should bring you to my group, right? Just click on the continue to Discord. Once you see the invite invalid, see if that works. If not, I'm going to talk to my moderator about it. But I've had issues with the invitation link before. Let me know if it works. Thank you for giving us a point. Once this going to work, yes, more, but I believe after a few months we'll rip. I want to sell my long put and just buy more opportunity. Yeah, so if you're in long positions, awesome. I think we're not in a sentiment where we need to worry about it right now. We're really not in a bearish sentiment where we need to sell your longs. I wouldn't be worried about that. I just don't like what I see for the long term. There's just something that's brewing for the long term. as a day trader, swing trader, I have to be vigilant to the fact that my indicators are going off. I have to look at every angle when I'm looking at the market. And there's just one thing that's really not sitting well with me, but I'm just gonna, you know, watch it every day now. And protect not only myself but you guys as well. So that being said, let me know if that Discord link worked. Let's see if you can get a. Let me see. I'm looking at the members. I'm looking at the members group, the invitation log right now. See if it's gonna work. If it doesn't work, I'll tell my moderator. All right, let's take a look at small caps. SoFi touch that 10 EMA. Look at that beautiful bounce. That support bounce is very, very significant. Look at that. Easy to the touch. 10 EMA. Look at how clean that was. Holy shit. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so market's a little bit neutral. Still neutral, neither green, neither red, just very neutral. Okay. I'm not seeing a whole lot of red. I'm just seeing pretty much even out. It took me to Discord, but I don't see your name. I'm getting a phone call, guys. Give me 1 second. Actually, I'll just avoid that phone call for now. It took me to Discord, but I don't see your name. Okay, so let me see. I don't see you. No. Okay, so you won't see my name. You should be in a lobby. Basically, wait for the invitation. So if you don't see that, then that tells me it's not working as intended. Huh. Let me see something. Create invite. All right. Copy. Let me add this link to the Discord. Okay. Try that one. Try that one. Try that one. I should see members going into this lobby because it's filtered right now. It's filtered. Yahtzee, Yahtzee, Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Whoa, 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 whoa. VIX. Guys, VIX absolutely having a monumental moment right now. Today. I don't know what the fuck it's going on, but it's on turbo mode. It's on crackhead mode. It's literally on crackhead mode right now. Kind of interesting. Whoa. What in the Fugazi Fugazi? Fugazi Fugazi, be careful. All right, I see it. So that link, all right, I do see it now. Is your name? Yeah, that is you. Approve. Be careful of impersonators. There's a lot of fucking scams, so just be careful of impersonators. That's interesting. So my Discord link is not working as intended. That's really interesting. Huh. That's really, really interesting. It's getting a little annoying, actually. Welcome to the Discord, Edward. Welcome. All right, so let me see. 2 2% on the day on the VIX. Not good, folks. Not good. I don't like that. Very interesting. Guys, I'm having a little bit of a water issue in my apartment. Something the water boiler, whatever the hell you call it, blew up. I have literally water in my living room. So give me about like 2 minutes, or at least a minute, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. Something's happening. Alright guys, so having a little bit of a water issue in my building right now. That's pretty fucked up. So, just stay tuned, I guess, or I'm closing the stream at 12, so I'm just gonna leave it open for now until I see something. What in the hell is going on? Alright, let's see what's going on with the market right now. Wow, I left my Alright, we can shut that off. Alright. Jesus Christ, this is not looking hot. VIX. Kind of scary right now. Kind of scary right now. Interesting to see, folks. Alright, BBAI, 4% on the day. Not so bad. What else is going off? KULR, 1.5% on the day. Navitas, 6.57. Alright, let's throw on the 1 minute. Alright, and that should be good enough. That should be good enough. Absolutely wild. That's crazy. Well, that's unfortunate for me. I have a water leakage. I bought 7 more shares of Meta in my 401k. 401k of Meta? You just bought it now? Really? Let me see. First off, what is Meta doing right now? Okay, well, Meta on the monthly is a Meta on the monthly is printing a shooting star at the impulse. That's a shooting star at the impulse. That's one. So very bearish inclination, or at least the start of a bearish reversal is panning out. At least in terms of the monthly, right? Because you just had a massive rip for months. Massive rip for months. So very interesting. But if you bought the bottom, nice, bro. Good stuff. Congratulations. Yeah, you nice little dip. You buy at the bottom. Nice. Your absolute bottom on this thing. Obviously, it likes to respect that 20 EMA line. And now you're testing that 10 EMA on the 3-day. So, nice buy the dip opportunity for you, brother. I'm holding long term. Nice. Yeah, I like it. Good stuff, bro. Very nice. I didn't even know Meta was trading at 753. That's crazy. They never did a stock split. Talk about they don't want to get manipulated. That's freaking funny. They don't want to get they hate retail. They love institutions. All right. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and fix one last thing before I come back. Yeah. Wow. So again, VIX not giving me positive insight right now. It's just very freaky. Very freaky. And then futures obviously selling off. So a little bearish momentum. I mean, we saw it coming. We had the bearish reversal candles printing. We shouldn't be surprised at all that it's just another bearish day. It's like slow bleed to the downside, at least. That's what we've been seeing thus far. Bitcoin again. Trying to break above 88, 89, 73. Love it. No, amor, se rompió un líquido, creo. Una vaina que absorba algo, no sé, una vaina de agua. Y se explotó. Alright, we are back, folks. Sorry about that. Just having a fucking water leakage. Alright, let's take a look at SPY. Futures. Alright. Any other tickers you guys want me to look at? You guys have me for the next 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to run some errands today. Run errands. Usually I stop streaming around 12. That's my programming hours. Oh, so SPY. Guys, SPY. Check this out. Guys, check this out on SPY. What is SPY doing right now? For my pattern traders, what is SPY doing right now, folks? What is SPY doing right now, folks? What does this look like? What does this look like? Hello. Bum bum bam boom. What does this look like? Oh. What is that? A bear flag. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. I'll draw it better. This was just quick drawing. But yes, that's a bear flag. Bear flag. Multiple touches to the upside, downside. 5 touches at confluence, aka confirmation. And thus you get something called a channel on the 1 minute. 5 minute you can see a little bit more better if I drew it perfectly. So you just see more candle structures on the 1 minute, but it's inside a channel. Bear flag, yes, and it's breaking below the bottom trend line. Yes, will it backtest and continue downward? Potentially, yes, but it's a bear flag. Bing, 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 bing. There you go. Good shit, brother. Good shit, Ed. That's what I'm talking about. Bing, 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 bing. A fucking bear flag. So it seems to me that SPY wants to continue breaking down. Thus far, it's touching the center line now in the 1 minute. But you guys know I hate the 1 minute. I absolutely hate the 1 minute. I like 1 hour and above. Okay? 1 hour and above. That's just my preference. But, you know, for the sake of conversation, I'm not scalping or day trading right now. I'm just sitting on my hands. But on the 1 minute and 5 minute, very, very cool to watch. Okay? Very, very cool to watch. It looks like it wants to reversal soon. F and G are good. Bull retest the trend line. Printed 1 hour doji. Yes. Better not break the doji. Yes. There it is. Wow, look at this sellout on SPY. Blech. Blech. Nasty. Alright, rejected that center line, or at least you tried to. Never really got into it, but you rejected the moving average. So this just tells me continuation is about to pan out. Alright, let's take a look at the 5 minute on the RSI. Look at the 15 minute on the RSI. Look at the 30 minute on the RSI. And let's look at the 1 minute, 1 hour, excuse me, on the RSI. So a lot of bearish indicators are going off. 4 hour on the RSI. So the 4 hour, you're now testing that center line. And you broke below it, which is more prevalent. Or I should say more reliability, okay, in terms of where the trend is. 2 hours should be above the center line, and the daily should be a little bit more on the upper side. Technically, that's typical. So what I suspect would be a bounce here is just one pivotal point here. Confirm that pivot point here on the RSI. Hopefully we get a bounce back on the daily, okay? See if we can get that, because we did it one time here. There was something there that we reacted to, and we went off to the moon after that. Alright, let's see if we can do it again off that RSI pivot point and call it a day. Other than that, a lot of bearish indicators are going off. Obviously, it's today the day. It's just something, you know, it's just normal retracement levels. It's just a normal retracement day. Nothing crazy, just normal. Okay, so if for some folks it's buy the dip opportunity. For some folks, buy the dip opportunity. Buy the dip opportunity. Let me go get my apple. All right, markets are now flipping a little bit more bearish. A little bit more bearish, folks. Uh-huh. Man. Sorry, guys. I'm eating an apple. I love me some apples. Guys, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to my channel. Join the Discord real quick. You better not freaking get near me, bro. Alright, so I have a Discord member talking about bull. I have a Discord member talking about bull. Let me take a look real quick. What's to hate about this? Absolutely nothing wrong about this ticker. I'll tell you that much. Absolutely nothing to hate about this ticker. Absolutely nothing to hate about this ticker. Or even better, nothing to hate about this ticker. Absolutely not. Okay? Nothing to hate. And if you draw the measurement rule, I drew this back in the day. Okay? I drew this back in the day. Whoops. Sorry. That's not the measurement. It's this measurement. Why is it always... Oh. What the fuck? There it is. There you go. There you go, buddy. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, and then we all know what this is because I always brought it up. Alright, what is this? What does that look like? Uh-huh. This thing is very... Is that a cup and handle? Oh, you bet your ass that is. That's a fucking cup and handle. Okay, that's a fat cup and handle. All right, and what's even crazier is that it's inside a rounding top. Okay, it's even crazier, and it's inside a rounding top. That's the crazier part. So, you want to talk about crazy? Bull is very, very crazy right now. Holy shit, ADA is selling off. Holy shit, market is selling off, folks. Even crypto's having a blast to the past right now. Crypto is absolutely selling off, folks. Whoa, Bitcoin selling. It's selling off, folks. Whoa, SPY. Dude, I don't know. Something's not brewing. Something is not cooking right now. Bitcoin selling off? Holy shit. That's very interesting. Oh yeah, let me take a look at the measurement rule real quick. Just like to confirm. How do you always show? There it is. Okay, we're gonna take that. Alright. Rounded bottom, scallop, rectangles, cup and handle, there we go. Okay. Alright, so the rule is, I always have to remind myself the fucking rule. Okay. Bam, bam. Alright, we got the love, we got the resistance. Uh-huh. Okay, if you were to break this out here, got the resistance here. So yeah, it's gonna be your, yeah, so it's gonna be right there. Boom. It'll be here when the breakout happens, but you got to break out of this. Okay. Let me just lower this now. I just want to be a little bit more accurate. Let me clone that out. Okay, let me just take this. And you have to break above this. There you go. So that lands you around 30 bucks. That's approximately $30. Okay, that's the breakout rule, and that's the measurement rule. First confirmation is breaking out of this 236. All right, yeah, so $30, yeah, that's the measurement rule. Wow, so absolutely crazy what's happening right now. All right, folks, 5 more minutes, and then I'm off to the races. So, well, might as well just end it here because it's already 5. It's just 4 minutes. So I just want to say thank you all. Thank you for joining. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, join the Discord. It's been lovely. Always protect yourself. Stay vigilant to the market sentiment, macroeconomics on top of that. You know, if you're in profit, take profits. Do not be afraid to take profits. Walk away and buy new higher lows. Buy at lows. So, with that being said, thank you so much. Join the Discord, like the video, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Peace.